Another story that I remember very much. hmm It's just so funny because, yeah, yeah. So I was in the apartment with my roommate. It happened years ago, many years ago, and I was in the apartment with my roommate. My roommate had a friend who was going through a situation, and she told me, "I want to welcome my friend for a few. I mean, the time she can get on her feet, and we are all students." And I say, "Yeah, of course, there is no problem. She can stay with us," and so on. So, so yeah, the girl she came. When she came, we had another dynamic that was pretty much good because it was another dynamic because usually my roommate and I we were always busy. She was working first, then I started working, so we were almost not very much home. After school, she will be going to work, and me, I will be going to work by night, usually by night. So we will see each other sometimes in the weekend, but it was kind of, but we had a very good friendship in the apartment. And when the girl came, also it was good because we had good discussion about everything. We had a lot of discussion between girls. It was really good time. I remember that few weeks after we had like a tornado in our area, a tornado. The tornado, and I don't know, they said the city told us that we should be ready and place where we could have shelter, to protect ourselves. So we couldn't stay at the apartment. And I remember I had to go work. So I went to work because it was a safe place anyway. And I don't know where my roommate went and her friend. I didn't know. We had a neighbor, a guy. He was living. So the apartment. They had a neighbor, and the neighbor was often. He was kind of always busy. He was a busy person. He had his girlfriend or his fiance or his wife, I don't know, who was, I think, a nurse, I don't know. And usually we will just see him, you passing, and you go. One day, I mean, after the tornado, the only place that was affected was my bedroom because the window of my bedroom was removed by the tornado, but everything else was fine. There were other apartments that had some situations, but our apartment was just my window, so it was kind of open. So we make the leasing office aware of that. They say, okay, then you have to find a way to replace the window. So all this time, I was just dressing on the corner, you know, did everything that people could not see me. One day, I was walking downstairs. So I was walking downstairs and I saw the neighbor start to act weird in a sense that when I was walking downstairs, they would try to like talk to me for the first time after years of living there, which made me feel after a year of living there, which was kind of surprising for me. I was surprised. I was like, what does he want from me? We never talked together. Anyway, I was trying to avoid him because first of all, he was probably married, which I don't want trouble. Or, I mean, he was in a relationship, obviously. I didn't know what he wanted, but I thought it was weird. He was sometimes trying to not to stop and talk. He had a very strange way, I mean, weird way to want to connect, like interact. So I talked to my roommate. I asked her, "Have you noticed that the neighbor is acting weird um, since few days now?" She told me, "Yeah, I saw it." It's very strange. I'm like, is it something happening? She said, I don't know, but I don't know. I saw one day he was staring at my window. Actually, his balcony was facing my window, but before the incident of the tornado, it was, with the green stuff, it was closed, so it wasn't a problem. But since the window fell and was open, you know, I don't know, he was staring the window of my bedroom. And I was like, because sometimes I would be walking and I would see him standing and facing the window. And or sometimes I would be in my bedroom and I would see like he was trying to look something. I was like, what's going on here? Because I've been in a situation like that before. So I knew that there was something happening in my bedroom. But I was like, I'm not in the bedroom. I'm almost always gone. So why is he facing my bedroom like he want to see something or like he was saying something that made him, it was kind of so it was kind of like that, like few days after it was. So one day he went with a friend. That's when I knew that something wasn't right anymore. He went, and that's men they do that often. When they see something with women, they bring their friend. That's when you know that they see something. Because when they do that, they want their friend, a friend of him, to have fun watching something. Okay? So yeah, they were watching, both of them were sitting on the balcony. I never saw this friend. And all of a sudden, maybe he was coming, but I never saw him like seeing. And then they were now sitting on the window with a beer on the hand. And me, I was coming from school, I think, or from work, but they were, because I was coming in the morning or in the afternoon, but it depended on my shift. They were staring at my window. And I was like, what's going on here? Obviously, this guy are entertained by something. I was thinking, is there any spirit coming there or what? I asked my roommate, who was also saying, I don't know. It looks like they are looking at something in our apartment. I say, yeah, but it doesn't look like your window. It looks like the window of my bedroom. One afternoon, I came back earlier than the time usually I came. I saw them again on the balcony watching at my window. I say, no, enough is enough. I'm going to see what happened in this bedroom. I walked fast. I went upstairs. I opened the door, it was open. I turned the knob, it was open. So I thought my roommate was inside and probably they saw her. And I didn't know how they could see her, but anyway. So I was like, what's going on? So I entered the apartment fast. When I went straight to my bedroom. I found her friend in my bedroom, almost naked. Almost because the breast was outside and she was just the bottom, and she was advertising and she had like I was like a tongue. And she wasn't skinny. She was like she had, the shape. Women, black women, we are like guitar, okay, guitar, and we are generous here. Some of us are generous here and generous down there. generosity up, generosity down. So when I look at the window, the guys was there. It makes sense to me. They had free advertisement, free entertainment. You know, I was screaming. I said, "What are you doing here in my bedroom? You are supposed to be in my front bedroom." She said, "Yeah, because I was trying to dress and I want your window, your mirror." I said, "No, there is a big mirror in the bathroom. What are you doing that in my bedroom?" Now I understand why the guy was always trying to talk to us, because you made them feel like you want something from them. And because we are all black girls, they don't know who is who. And now he's confused about who he saw, but he saw a girl who probably was often doing that since the tornado, who advertised. I called my roommate. I told her, "This is what your friend was doing in the bedroom." My roommate was so upset. She said, "No, this is not acceptable." I said, "Yeah." And imagine if the guys were dangerous, they could come into our bed, our apartment. You know, I don't know what people can do. And my roommate talked to her friend. She said, "You cannot be doing that. What is funny about walking almost naked in the bedroom and the guys on the other side are looking, are watching you, and it wasn't only once. It wasn't an accident. Because even when I came, she was bending. She was showing the generous bottom side to them." You have to be careful of who you're inviting in your house. Free advertisement. Free advertisement. And this guy didn't know who was the girl was, because they see, because what they say, black people look all the same. Yeah. Why they say black people look all the same? So they didn't know which of the black girls were doing that. Three girls living in the apartment. I mean, the third one was not there every time, but they were like, "That's good." Black chocolate walking naked, almost naked. So they have free advertisement. Free advertisement.